So this question wasn't asked to me specifically. It was asked to Tool Time, but I'm going to answer it anyway because I think it's an interesting question. And the question Brock asks is, as I play it, is what was before the universe? What happened beforehand? And if the Big Bang is the beginning of the universe, what's before? So a couple of things with this. First of all, by asking that question, what you are assuming is that, well, since mine starts with God. I mean, it's just the same exact thing. I could ask you the same thing. What was before God? Oh, nothing. He is eternal. All right. Well, great. So what was before the universe? Nothing. The universe is eternal. All right. Well, the Big Bang starts the universe. Well, no, the Big Bang started the universe as we currently know it in its current form. We don't know what happened before the universe. But by saying that we don't know something, that doesn't allow you to insert whatever asinine thing you want to insert. Okay. I was speaking to my ex-girlfriend, right? And we were talking about the moon. And she was telling me some stuff, and she's usually pretty smart about this stuff, and she's telling me how the moon, what she thinks is the aliens brought us the moon, or something along those lines, okay? And she's like, well, look at all the evidence, go online, see that they don't really know what the moon is and the rocks and all this kind of stuff. And I looked, and there wasn't, they do have an understanding of where the moon came from, but there's still a lot of questions about the moon, which is great, okay? There's a lot of questions about our own ocean we don't even know. But the point is that just because we haven't scientifically proven what happens with something doesn't allow you to then say, well, since you don't know, that's my proof that that my ridiculous claim is true. See, once you make a claim that something is then true, then you need to give evidence of your claim, of your truth. Okay, that's the same thing. It's the same argument that stupid Shaka God uses. Like, I'll prove atheism. All right. Well, see, the point is we can't disprove anything. We can't disprove your God. We just say that it doesn't exist. And when you're sitting there saying, well, because you do not have evidence of the moon or what happens before the universe, therefore I'm allowed to posit anything that I want. No, at that point, once you are making a claim as to what you know, you can't use evidence of, well, here's what you don't know as evidence for you actually for your belief. You have to give positive evidence of your belief, okay? Well, where are the aliens, all right? Or where is the God that created it? Just because, where the universe is the beginning. So, guys, and by the way, Brock, if we told you the beginning of the universe, once they figure that out, you'll be like, well, what was before that? And what was before that? And what was before that? And there's God, okay? You can always say, well, what's before that, all right? It's like infinity plus one, all right? When I was a little kid, we used to do stuff like that. Infinity times, well, infinity plus one, infinity plus infinity plus infinity, all right? So to understand that, all right? Also, time is a construct of the universe, all right? You have to understand that as well. So when you say what was before the universe, we don't know, but also what we do know is that time is a construct of the universe. Time and space are interlocked. I did this in a different video. Mathematically, time and space do not even exist. If you go back to Pythagoras and Zeno's, his pupil Zeno's, Pythagoras thought everything was static. Everything in the universe was actually stationary, and the only thing we saw was an illusion of our mind creating this or that, creating something. So therefore, and then Zeno proved that. Well, he didn't prove it, but he gave mathematical proof that movement is not possible. And he said, well, if you have point A and you have point B, in order to go from point A to point B, you need to have a midpoint, point C. Okay, and then between A and C, there's a midpoint D, and E and F, and an infinite amount of points in order for you to go from A to B. Okay, or even A to Z beta, okay, or whatever. There's always an infinite amount of points. So therefore, you can never make an infinite amount of moves. So therefore, it is impossible for movement. And mathematically, movement is impossible. But yet, A to B pretty easily, all right? So understand that in order to go from A to B, though, you need time. Time is what takes place, okay? And so what we were saying with the Big Bang, all the Big Bang says that the entire universe was brought down into one singularity, one thing. And if there is only one thing, if all the molecules, all the things that consist of the universe are in one spot, okay, there is no time, there is no space. There is, how much time does it take from here to go from here to here. Okay, if none of the molecules in my hand moved, if the Earth wasn't spinning, if nothing moved, if time stopped, you know what would also happen? Movement. And what would also happen is space. Okay, because you need, or if you didn't have space, there would be no time. You couldn't take time. You wouldn't need time because nothing would be moving. All right. So so in order for one thing to go from one to another, that takes time. What is time to us? We just see a gradual change of me from 2 minutes ago when I started this video to me now, to me in a minute and a half when I finish the video, and what I used to look like when I was 7, and what I look like now, and what I'll look like when I'm 50. The time is just a passage of space, of different changes. From, you know, when is Matt different from Matt 2 seconds ago, or Matt now, or Matt now, or Matt now. You know, there's me in all these different spots because I'm moving. Things are changing. Chemicals are changing, and from one instant to the next instant, we call that time because things are moving into something different. But if everything's in one spot, there is no time. And before, so if you ask what is before the universe, nothing was before the universe. There was the universe. Time is a construct of the universe, and it exists because of time. So before that, it doesn't even make sense. There's nothing there. Now there might have been another universe, might have been a multiverse, and just because we can't explain what happened before the universe, if such a question even makes sense, doesn't mean that that's God. All right, saying that you don't understand something does not allow you to deposit something else in there. Okay, I'll just so you know what came before your God. Oh, your God was eternal. No, actually, what happened is there was another God who created your God. It was the more powerful God. Okay, who created your God, who then created everything. Prove that that's not true. Okay, so you can't. So you can't just posit different things. Aliens did not bring the moon, or if you're gonna say aliens brought the moon, you know, where are the aliens? Where's the evidence for that claim, for that statement? So so no, God is not, the Big Bang is not a proof of God. It's just saying that that's what we know as the start of our universe. What was before that? We don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. That's all.